Imagine waking up every morning with a mind that feels like a browser with 50 different tabs open. You have emails to answer, household chores to finish, that lingering worry from a conversation you had yesterday, and a vague sense of anxiety about the future. Most of us just carry that heavy mental weight around all day, wondering why we feel so exhausted before lunch. But what if I told you there is one incredibly simple habit that can clear all that noise in less than 15 minutes? It sounds almost too good to be true. But this one practice has the power to radically transform your life, your productivity, and your mental health. We are talking about the habit of daily stream of consciousness writing, often referred to as morning pages. Now, before you think this is just for novelists, poets, or people who love journaling, let me stop you right there. This habit is not about being a writer. In fact, it is better if you are not trying to be a writer when you do this. This is about being a clear thinker. The concept is straightforward. Every single morning, before you check your phone, before you look at your emails, before you dive into your frantic to-do list, you sit down with a physical notebook and a pen. You do not write a story, a polished essay, or even a structured diary entry. You simply dump everything currently taking up space inside your brain onto the paper. It could be about how tired you feel, what you want to eat for breakfast, a dream you had, or how frustrated you are with a project at work. The goal is to get the internal monologue out of your head and into the physical world. When you keep these thoughts trapped inside, they loop. They become a source of static and mental fatigue, bored. Once they are on the paper, they lose their power over you. It is exactly like taking the trash out of your house. You do not need to look through the trash, or organize it, or make it look pretty for the neighbors. You just need it out of your living space, so you can breathe. This practice acts as a psychological wind-down that helps you process emotions you might not even realize you are carrying. You might start writing about a minor annoyance, like a noisy neighbor, and suddenly realize after 2 pages that you are actually deeply stressed about a much bigger life change. That sudden awareness is the first step toward transformation. You cannot fix what you cannot see, and this habit makes the invisible parts of your mind visible. The magic happens because this habit bypasses your inner critic. Since you know that no one else will ever read these pages, and you might even throw them away later. You do not have to be smart, funny, or even coherent. You can be as messy, angry, or bored as you want. In a world where we are constantly performing, editing ourselves, and curating our lives for social media, having a private space where you can be completely honest is revolutionary. This honesty builds a deep sense of self-trust. You start to listen to your own internal compass instead of the loud, conflicting opinions of the world around you. Marge, you might be wondering if you can just do this on your phone or your laptop. While digital writing is certainly better than nothing, there is something scientifically special about the tactile connection between the pen and the paper. Writing by hand slows you down just enough to actually feel your thoughts as they form. It engages different neural pathways in your brain and creates a sense of mindfulness that a mechanical keyboard just cannot replicate. Plus, staying away from a screen for the first 20 minutes of your day protects your focus from the infinite distractions of the internet. It allows you to claim the first moments of your day for yourself rather than giving them away to an algorithm. The key to making this work is consistency, not quality. There will be days when you find yourself writing deep, philosophical insights that change your perspective on everything. But there will also be days where you just write the same sentence over and over, because your brain feels empty and you just want to go back to sleep. Both of those days are equally successful. The win is simply showing up and moving the pen. If you commit to this for just 30 days, you will notice a profound shift. You will find yourself more calm in stressful situations, more creative when solving problems, and much more present with the people you love. You are effectively clearing the morning fog so you can finally see the path ahead of you clearly. If you are feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or just like you are living your life on autopilot, I challenge you to give this a try, starting tomorrow. Buy a cheap notebook and a pen that feels good in your hand, and give yourself those few minutes every morning. It is truly the cheapest and most effective form of self-care you will ever find. You deserve to have a clear mind and a focused, intentional life. This habit is the bridge that gets you there. Give it a shot and see how your world starts to change from the inside out. Stays. Thanks so much for spending this time with me today. If you found this helpful, please consider subscribing for more tips on intentional living. I will see you in the next one.